Test. Early game. Saquon, what's going on, man? I think we just tweet that we're live right now that we can get into it, baby. Oh, man. We put the Miami Heat in our rearview mirror. I'll tell you that. This was a gutsy win for the New York Knicks. Hell of a win. Julius Randle got hurt, and we still pulled this one out, man. Let me tweet that we're live right now so we can get this thing rolling. Saquon, Dame Tubes, big task in the chat. What is going on, y'all? What is going on? Tweeting on the main account at Knicks Nation that we're live right now. Oh, man. You said the Cavs are scared. Now we have to hope that the Julius Randle injury isn't serious, right? We have to hope that it's not serious. But guys, Immanuel freaking Quickley, once again, Immanuel Quickley has arrived. I put it on Twitter at Knicks Station. Immanuel freaking Quickley. This game was awful in the first quarter. Knicks were flat, came out flat. Barrett started the game awful. Brunson, you can tell he had some rust. He had a shake off. Did not come in the fourth quarter, I believe, Jalen Brunson, because of the unit of Quickley, Hart, Hardenstein. Barrett hit some nice shots there at the end. Quentin freaking Grimes. This stretch that Quentin Grimes has been on has been simply incredible. Quentin Grimes has been a stud. Immanuel Quickley has been a stud. Saquon, the Insta is at Knicks Nation still. At Knicks Nation on Instagram, at Knicks Nation on Twitter. But Immanuel Quickley, stud. After coming off a 40-point performance, and you know what I heard after that? You know what I kept getting backlash after that? Oh, it was just the Houston Rockets. It's just the Houston Rockets. You know, the Rockets stink. They don't play defense. You know, blah, 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 blah. What does he do? He comes out against the Miami Heat, a freaking hell of a defensive team, and he freaking drops 24 points. Efficient night, 8 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. 3 steals, 31 minutes, plus 14. No, Tyler, man, what's going on? Tyler in the chat, no Brunson, no Randall, no problem. No problem whatsoever for the New York Knicks as they handle the Miami Heat. This was a ginormous win. Humongous win for the New York Knicks tonight, man. They essentially put the Miami Heat in the rearview mirror and essentially pretty much lock in a top 6 seed. It is not official yet. The magic number, I believe, is 2. But now we have the tiebreaker against the Miami Heat. Worst comes to worst, if we tie with the Miami Heat here, if we fall off a cliff and the Miami Heat just win out, if we tie with them, we get the tiebreaker. Magic number is 2 to clinch on top 6 team in the Eastern Conference. Did the Nets win? Because I believe the Nets were winning in the fourth quarter against, Nets beat the Houston Rockets. So the Nets are now still number 6 in the Eastern Conference. Miami Heat is number 7 in the play-in. What a victory for the New York Knicks. This was a must-win situation, and they came out and freaking balled out, man. Came out and balled out. Like I said, in the first half, it was ugly. Then Immanuel Quickley just came in the game and simply shined, man. The growth from this kid, every post-game I come on here and I give this man his flowers. Just give him the damn award. Just give Immanuel Quickley the damn award already. Give him the damn 6-man of the award. I mean, there's no competition anymore. Immanuel Quickley deserves this damn award, and, you know, a hell of a season from Immanuel Quickley, 23 years old. The growth has been incredible. The playoffs are near. Oh, I'm getting excited. Guys. Dame 2 says, we here. We are here. We have arrived. Tyler in the chat says Immanuel Quickley might be the best player on the planet right now. That's for damn sure, man. There's not too many players in the NBA that have been playing really up to his par, right? Immanuel Quickley has been balling out. 40 points last game, 25 points tonight, 24 points tonight, and simply look incredible. And Look, the Miami Heat were getting their fair share of the calls too. This game was like poorly officiated. This was like a gritty 90s Heat versus Knicks matchup, right? This was like a gritty 90s matchup. Calls were questionable on both ends. Miami got the fair share of the whistle, but the New York Knicks need to hit their damn free throws. If there's one gripe that I have with this damn team is that they need to hit their damn free throws. They started the game 0 for 6 from the charity strike. I mean, come on. Hit your free throws in the playoffs. That is going to irk the living daylights out of me. They missed 12 of 23 from the free throw line. Still found a way to win. We could have put this away even earlier, but boy, Quentin Grimes has been playing on simply an amazing level, high level for Quentin Grimes. RJ Barrett started the game slow, hit some big shots there in the fourth quarter, man. You saw that he had Tyler Hero on him, and he was like, I got food on me. I got food. Let me cook really quick. Barrett took Hero to school, scored on him. He called a timeout, and, nice bounce back from RJ Barrett. But I'm excited, man. I mean, I'm excited for this one. I really am. I came into tonight's game, didn't really know what we were going to get from this team, knowing that Brunson has been, in and out the lineup, a little rusty. He looked rusty, but we pulled out the victory. Let's go. Dame 2's in the chat says, wasn't pretty, but still a good win. We showed good resiliency without King Randall. Everyone stepped up. That's a sign of a deep team ready to make a playoff run. Yeah, man. Hopefully Julius Randle's injury is not serious. That looked bad. I mean, he could barely walk, went straight to the locker room. Hopefully that injury is not serious. Hopefully we can get an update here in the locker room, possibly tomorrow. Hopefully it's just like a regular sprained ankle, where I'm hoping that it's not a high sprained ankle, because then he will be out a while. But, which is why this win was even more important, because it just gave the Knicks an easier path to clinch a playoff berth. So magic number now is 2. So essentially, if any combination of the Knicks win, Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets loss, the Knicks would get a playoff berth. So we have Cleveland on Friday, and then I doubt that Julius Randle's going to play in that game, but hopefully his injury is not serious, and we shall see, man. Hopefully we can get an update from the team really quickly. Lamar Jackson in the chat. Let's effing go. Huge dub, man. Throw up your 5s, man, because we know it's coming. We know the 5th seed is coming. We know we are locked into the 5th seed right now. We know we have the Cavs on the horizon. Although I do think the Philadelphia 76ers possibly could drop back to the 4th seed. At first, early in the day, I thought they were trying to tank and drop back to the 4th seed. But James Harden and Joel Embiid are playing. So can we get a score update on that game? Late in the 4th quarter, Philadelphia is winning 111-108. So if Philly wins, that pretty much, I wouldn't say locks them into 3rd seed, but it pretty much gives them a higher chance of getting the 3rd seed. But throw up the 5s, man. Throw up the 5th seed, man. The almighty 4th seed was a couple of years ago, and now we have the almighty 5th seed, man. I see some 5s in the chat. Y'all think he cares about playing 82 games? Dame, about Randall, honestly, I do think that meant a lot to him, and it's gonna stink that he's going to miss. I mean, that injury didn't look good. I would assume that he's going to miss some time here. Which is why hopefully the Knicks can lock things up and then just rest him. Because let's say we lock things up this weekend, right? You essentially have almost 3 weeks into the first round of the playoffs. That's tons of rest for Julius Randle, because don't forget we have the play-in tournament that is before the first round of the playoffs. And the play-in tournament starts, I believe, 5 days before the first round of the playoffs. So if we lock in this top 6 seed, 5th, 6th, looking like the 5th seed, hopefully that can give some time for Brunson and Julius Randle to rest. Maybe I wouldn't call it, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe this is somebody saying, look, Julius, take some time off, rest up. You need it. You deserve it. But I'm pretty, deep down inside, I know Julius Randle probably wanted to play all 82 games. I mean, him and Isaiah Hartenstein were the only Knicks who played every game this season. And I'm pretty sure deep down inside, he wanted to play all 82. Saquon says, wait, he can play then leave 1 second later. Nah, they're not going to risk that, Saquon. They're not going to risk that. I wouldn't risk that at all. His stats will plummet. At this point, he doesn't care about it. I mean, he's had a great season. So, I mean, it doesn't matter for Julius Randle. He's an all-star. He needs the rest. Give him the rest. You know, maybe some time off would actually help him recover his body, and we can get it rolling here. Yeah, Dame. Team over self, man. And I think Julius Randle would welcome this rest. I honestly do think he would welcome this rest. So we shall see. But Miami Heat are in the rearview mirror, guys. The Miami Heat are in the rearview mirror. I was actually kind of nervous there. You know, before the game, I was like, maybe there's a chance that the Miami Heat can catch the Knicks. But this win put a dagger in it, man. You slid the knife through their chest. You twisted it. You twisted the knife through their chest. You took it out. And you said, finish him. And you finished the Miami Heat. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good, man. It feels so good being the Miami Heat. The Knicks are now 3-1 in the season series against the Miami Heat. And the fourth quarter for the New York Knicks was awesome. The fourth quarter was absolutely awesome. It was back and forth affair. Actually, third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, it was a back and forth affair. Big task is waving bye to the Miami Heat. Wave bye to the Miami Heat, man. They're a tough out, man. Don't get me wrong. You know, I do not want to play the Miami Heat in a series, and it's not looking like we are going to. But them and the Raptors, we just don't match up well with them. So, big task. Quickley is him. Yes, open the stream. Immanuel Quickley is him. Immanuel Quickley. I keep calling him Immanuel Quickley. He is Immanuel Quickley because he has just been incredible. He won the game for the Knicks. He won the game for the Knicks, man. He had no answer for him. You know, the Heat were trying to put everybody on. Vincent, Butler, didn't matter. And he, you know, this was a tough, what did the Heat shoot tonight? 13-39 from 3. They even had Duncan Robinson come in the game and hit 4 or 6 from 3. Duncan Robinson, his last 5 games, I believe he scored 0 points in 4 of the last 5 games. He doesn't play. Duncan Robinson doesn't play. So he came in tonight, of course, 4 or 6 from 3. He's a great shooter. Terrible defender. Oladipo didn't do much. They didn't really get any bench contributions from Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo, man. Knicks had him in check all night long. Knicks had held Bam Adebayo, 11 boards, but 9 points for Bam Adebayo. That's amazing. I mean, to hold Bam Adebayo like that, I mean, he looked off. I mean, I don't care. I mean, the Knicks held him in check. He didn't really look engaged in this game, and that was the main reason why the New York Knicks were able to pull out this victory. Saquon in the chat says Quickley should date Ice Spice. Quickley starting to warm up to that comment, man. He posted something on Instagram saying that. What did he say? He saw Ice Spice in the crowd and dropped a quick 40. He's been awesome, man. Immanuel Quickley has been awesome. Tyler in the chat throwing some shade at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is wildly overrated. Look, Jimmy Butler's good. I wouldn't say he's overrated. He's good. He's had his moments this year. It was a tough game for him today. The Heat stars didn't look engaged tonight. Butler, Adebayo, Kevin Love was trash. I mean, the Heat were in this game basically because of their three-point shooting. Gabe Vincent looked like freaking Dwayne Wade out there. I mean, there's always some guy against the New York Knicks that goes off, right? Gabe Vincent, nice player, okay player. He looked like freaking Dwayne Wade out there for the Miami Heat. Lamar in the chat, Immanuel Quickley. Yes, say it. Immanuel Quickley, man. Dame in the chat, this game was a tale of two halves. We stuck in the first half just like Barrett. Then Barrett started hitting some shots. Yeah, I mean, RJ was brutal. He got, Immanuel Quickley in the first half. Immanuel Quickley came in the game for RJ Barrett. Barrett was struggling defensively and offensively. I pointed some things out on the Twitter account, some videos of his defense. It wasn't good. It wasn't pretty for RJ Barrett. This stretch that he's on, this cold stretch, in terms of shooting the basketball, shooting the three especially, hopefully he can get this fixed. But, he's not shooting the three ball well lately. And he did hit a big three tonight, though. That pretty much sealed the game, put the knife in the Miami Heat, twisted it, took it out, and said bye-bye. So credit to RJ Barrett for snapping out of it. And I believe all his points pretty much came in the second half. So Barrett finished with, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4-13 from the field, And Jalen Brunson, man, I mean, he was rusty. He just looked off, whether that hand is still bothering him or whether it's rust. He just looked off. So Brunson, 12 points, though, 5 out of 11. Hit a 3 at the buzzer at the half, though, which was kind of nice. Saquon in the chat, I live 1 hour from Miami. All my friends are Heat fans. I can never be a Heat fan. Yeah, man. I mean, I got some friends that are Heat fans, too. Great organization. We hate them as Knicks fans. Obviously, we hate the Miami Heat with a passion. We all know the history. We all know Allen Houston sent them home. So, yeah, Miami Heat. They're always right there, man. Pat Riley will always have the Miami Heat right there. So, but yeah. Dame 2 says Barrett really is the X factor, as much as I don't like how that sounds. You say Barrett is, yeah, I get it. Barrett is the X factor, but to me, it is also Quentin Grimes. Because if Quentin Grimes can play like this, and this stretch that Grimes has been on has been amazing, man. I mean, 23 points tonight, 8 rebounds. Even last game, he picked it up in the second half and was, he's simply balling, man. 5 of 10 from 3. Timely 3-point shots from Quentin Grimes. And he's been awesome for the New York Knicks. So, yeah, Barrett is an X factor and Quentin Grimes, man. If you can get Brunson and Randall doing their thing and have Quentin Grimes, knocking down that, wide open 3, which he hasn't really been doing this year. Lately he has, but he hasn't been consistently knocking down that shot. But if we can get Grimes going here, to me, that's the X factor, along with Immanuel Quickley, because it's looking like we're going to go against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Cavs are a great defensive team. One of the top defensive teams in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Probably number 1. Because obviously we got the Twin Towers down there. Mobley and Allen. So, that matchup will be tough for the New York Knicks. But, Quentin Grimes, to me, X factor. But, yeah, I agree with you, Dames. Barrett, you got to step up too, man. Tyler's still throwing shade at Jimmy Butler. He can't score. He can get to the line, but can't score anymore. Yeah, I agree with that. His 3-point, he barely shoots any threes this season. I mean, he shies away from it. His 3-point shot is, not like the Jimmy Butler we're used to seeing in the past. But he's still a good player, man. Still a good player. Saquon says, but I love Pat Riley with the Myers-Leonard situation. He offended me. Yeah, true. Lamar Jackson, the bottom line is we need Grimes and Barrett to be X factors. Yeah, I agree. Grimes, Barrett, X factors, man. Grimes and Barrett, if they contribute, the Knicks could be a dangerous team in the playoffs, in my opinion. If you get the play of Jalen Brunson and if you get the all-star play of Julius Randle. So, yeah. Let's just, let me just share my screen really quick so we can go through this box score. All right, so pulled up the box score here. So we got, let me just move myself right there. All right. Bear with me 1 second. All right, so final score, 101-92. The thing that killed the Knicks tonight, they were turning the ball over a lot. Like, when I say a lot, the first quarter was an eyesore. How many turnovers in the Knicks? The Knicks finished with 15 turnovers. As a team, the Knicks are, one of the best teams in terms of not scoring the ball. I mean, not turning the ball over. So, look, Miami Heat forced turnovers, and 15 turnovers for the New York Knicks tonight was just uncharacteristic of them. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett was turning the ball over there in the first quarter. Mitchell Robinson, not really a good game out of him. But, look, we persevered. We pulled through Immanuel Quickley, man. Immanuel freaking Quickley. 24 points, 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3. 6-11 from the free throw line. Got to clean that up. 3 steals, plus 14. Josh Hart, again. Josh freaking Hart. Josh Hart, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 of 7. Came in, does what Josh Hart does. And Isaiah Hartenstein, man, is playing really well, off the bench for the New York Knicks and continues to, shine, man. Mitchell Robinson with, not really a great game. And Isaiah Hartenstein came in, grabbed some offensive rebounds, played some good defense, made some nice passes, and, just did the job, man. Just did their freaking job. Immanuel Quickley, man. Immanuel Quickley. Immanuel Quickley. Last game, he dropped 40 points. This game, 25 against the Magic, 25 points. The run he's been on has been simply amazing, man. The run Immanuel Quickley has been on has been simply incredible. I mean, just give him the award, right? Just give him the reward. Just give Immanuel Quickley the damn award. If you're voting for, why is his name escaping me? The guy on the Boston Celtics. If you're voting for him, I get it. He's having a good season, but Immanuel Quickley deserved it. The final, these past 15 games for Immanuel Quickley, in my opinion, has won him the award. And if the voters don't give it to him, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. But shout out to Immanuel Quickley. Do we have an update on Julius Randle yet? Let me see if we have an update on Julius Randle. I'm just scrolling through Twitter right now. I don't think so. A lot of Miami Heat shade on the timeline, though. I appreciate that, man. A lot of Miami Heat shade on the timeline. Look, the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler did this little sad face to Julius Randle last game, right? Did a little sad face. And, although Randle couldn't get really his revenge tonight, look, the Knicks, in the end, got the revenge with the victory. This was, a big win. Say what you want, man. This was a huge win for the New York Knicks. Lose this game and who knows? Win this game. Got the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday. Who knows who's going to play that game? If Randall's going to play, if Brunson's going to play, and this could just possibly just sit, Randall. They're probably going to sit Randall or maybe Brunson. But, this win really solidified them in the top 6 in the Eastern Conference, and the Knicks can really start looking towards the playoffs, man. Dang, man, appreciate you in the chat, man. As always, brother. IQ 6 God, man. Always showing support. Have a good night, bro. Tyler in the chat, you cannot convince me that Brogdon. His name was just freaking escaping me. You cannot convince me that Brogdon is more valuable to his team than Immanuel Quickley. Look, Brogdon is playing with freaking Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And although Brogdon is a good player, the growth from Immanuel Quickley this season, his run, that game in Boston where he in the overtime fiasco, the crazy win in Boston, in my opinion, leapfrogged Immanuel Quickley over Brogdon in terms of winning this damn award. Because, and especially the 40-point performance last game, 25 versus Magic. Tonight, he beat the Miami Heat. This was a big win, gritty, tough win, great team effort. And Immanuel Quickley was a main reason because of that, man. And Immanuel Quickley deserves it. And hopefully he gets it. Cam in the chat, man. What's going on? Salute Knicks Nation. Another dub. Another team win. Kudos to Thibs for the rotation. Choices in the second half and Obi not getting it. Yeah, I mean, Obi started the second half because obviously Randall was hurt. So Obi started the second half and did not come back in the game. But, Hartenstein, Hart, that rotation was working, man. You had Hartenstein, Quickley, Hart, Barrett, and Grimes. You can't tell me that wasn't working, man. There was a point where Jalen Brunson was about to check in the game, was at the scorer's table, and then came back because the Knicks were just playing well. At that point, why risk it, right? Why put Jalen Brunson in there? I think he was coming in for Quentin Grimes, if I'm not mistaken. Why put Jalen Brunson back in the game? Knicks were playing well, man. The 5-man unit of Quickley, Hart, Barrett, and Grimes, man. if you wanna critique something tonight, Cam, I think Grimes should have been in the game. Second quarter, I don't think Grimes got back in the game in that second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Grimes had such an amazing first quarter, 9 points, 5 rebounds for Quentin Grimes, and I don't think he came back in the second quarter. Thibs, Hart was playing well, but Thibs, loves to play Hart, and but Grimes finished the game, so credit to Thibs for having Quentin finish tonight's game, and he deserves it, man. Quentin Grimes, man, the growth has been incredible, and the thing that I love is that Grimes has been playing well, Quickley has been playing well, and homegrown players, right? Homegrown freaking players. And those two have been incredible for the New York Knicks. So props to them, man. The growth has been incredible. The growth has been insane, man. And there's not much more I can say about those two, honestly. Saquon, I'm still here. Probably have like 30 seconds. Look, man, I appreciate every second you guys are in here, man. Every second. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already, though. I know all you guys in the chat have subscribed to the channel already. But if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, because we are just getting started, man. I got some fun things planned for the playoffs. Fun things, man. I might be outside of Madison Square Garden interviewing some of you guys, so that should be exciting. I'm planning on being in front of MSG, interviewing you guys and putting a video on YouTube about it. So if you guys wanted to hop in front of MSG, and it's still in the works. Plan's still in the works, but that's pretty much the plan now. Cam in the chat, yeah, I wonder if Randall didn't get hurt, if Grimes would have got the same time he did. Brunson also not very affected. Yeah, I'm glad Brunson got, his second half rest, man. Brunson has been, just a rock solid stud for us. And I'm just glad that he got his second half rest, much needed, because pile on a win, get some guys some rest, and we move. Knicks in 6, Saquon. Knicks in 6. Saquon, man, always appreciate you, man. It's good to have you back, man. You've been out for a while, man. You've been out for a while on the low. You've been out for a while, but yeah, man. Do we have an update on jewelry? I keep refreshing the Knicks Nation Twitter to see if we have an update on Julius Randle. I'm not sure we can get something. I'm hoping it's not that serious, because that's the last thing we need is Julius Randle being hurt. Okay, we have a quote from Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau and Julius Randle will evaluate it tomorrow. It's a sprain. That's about the extent of it. We'll see tomorrow. End quote. Wouldn't specify what part of the ankle was sprained. High ankle, low ankle sprain. So looks like Julius Randle is going to get evaluated tomorrow. More tests will probably come out tomorrow. The severity of his injury, hopefully it's not that severe. And I hope it's not severe, because Julius Randle has played every single game for the New York Knicks. He's been a warrior, man. Cam says, I like seeing Thibs resting Randle and Brunson, especially if they're not playing great. Early in the season, he would have just ran them into the ground. Look, yeah, I mean, the thing about Thibs is that he's throughout the season, Tom Thibodeau has grown, right? No matter how you look at Tom Thibodeau, no matter if you wanted him fired early in the season and this season early to start the season. Remember, the Knicks were bad, guys. The Knicks were bad to start the season. I was even on here calling for Tom Thibodeau. Like, they were bad. It was a struggle. And Ian Begley even came out, early in the season saying if the Knicks lost that Cavs game, it probably would have been some changes. But Tom Thibodeau has, grown here. And he has played. He shortened the rotation. Remember, he shortened the rotation. He put Deuce McBride in the rotation. Started from there. Obviously, we made the trade from Josh Hart. Now we have a rotation set down. Grimes has been playing really well. He stuck with Quentin Grimes in the starting lineup. Credit to him by doing that, man. And it's showing here. Quentin Grimes in these last 5 games has simply been incredible for the New York Knicks. And his growth has, second half of the season on has been simply amazing. And if we can get that version of Quentin Grimes in the playoffs, That's going to be very vital for this team's success in the playoffs, man. Because you're going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We know they can score. We know they're a great defensive team. Grimes has been incredible. So Tom Thibodeau has, to his credit, has been, he's improved, man. You got to give Tom Thibodeau his props for that. Knicks is protected in the playoff play-in. Yeah. So play-in is in the rearview mirror, guys. Play-in tournament is in the rearview mirror. This win solidified the New York Knicks. I mean, the magic number is 2, right? But this win pretty much all but solidified them in the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. So this is how important this win was, man. Like, this win was really important for the New York Knicks. Huge. Dainty, this season is what we needed. End quote, man. End quote. This season is what we needed. Look, us Knicks fans have endured a lot. A lot, man. 4th seed a couple of years ago. Maybe we got bamboozled. Won one game against the Atlanta Hawks. Randall had a bad playoff series. Before then, it was bad. It was bad, man. Last year, it was bad. We took a massive. You would think 4th seed, right? We would take a step up, man. We would grow from the 4th seed. Last year, we took a massive step back. Then the New York Knicks signed Jalen Brunson, and he has been, amazing for us. And Julius Randle, Immanuel Quickley, Grimes has been great. Hardenstein here has played well. Mitchell Robinson, for the majority of the season, has been awesome for this New York Knicks team. And, but what you just said, this season is what we needed. I could not agree more, man. I could not agree more. Like, if I can take a picture of this and put this on my wall, this is what we needed, man. We are on the verge of matching up against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the playoffs. That's going to be a hell of a series. Pick whoever you want. I'm probably going to pick the Knicks. Call me biased. I'm probably going to pick the Knicks in like 7. But that's going to be a hell of a series, man. The storylines coming out of that series, Donovan Mitchell, blah, blah, blah. But that's going to be a hell of a series, man. And I'm excited for it. This game just got me. My excitement level for the playoffs has grown tremendously. Like, now my excitement level for the playoffs is like on 1,000%. How many games we got left? 5 games left? We got 5 games left, right? I think we have 5 games left, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, my excitement for this upcoming playoff start the 16th of April has been simply increased, man, because I always circle this matchup against the Miami Heat. Yeah, we lost to them last week, but they had a bad loss against Brooklyn at home, which helped us out. Then Brooklyn actually lost to the Magic, which helped us out. And then the Heat lost yesterday to the Toronto Raptors, which helped us out. So this win was a nail in the coffin for the Miami Heat, man. Tyler, yeah. Dibs just said Dibs just said, I can't even talk right now. He still doesn't know how much Randall's ankle is, but it is sprained. Yeah, it's a sprained ankle. We just have to hope that it is not a high ankle sprain, because if it is a high ankle sprain that he's going to be out for a while, it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. He was grimacing in pain. Whether, Bam Adebayo gave him enough space, debatable. In my opinion, he didn't. But, those are just freak accidents. But Randall, as soon as he went down, he just couldn't move it. He couldn't get up. Took him a while to get up. Tried to walk it off. Actually, he went to the free throw line, made 1 out of 2 free throws, and then just jogged back to the locker room, because he probably thought at that moment that there was a chance that he would get back in the game. But Randall's a warrior, man. Every single freaking game this season. And it just has to be these last few games that he gets hurt, right? I'm pretty sure he had 82 games circled on his calendar. I'm pretty sure that probably was an achievement that he wanted to, exceed. And it's just looking like it's going to come up short. But hopefully, blessing in disguise, right? Hopefully, this is the basketball gods telling Julius Randle, like, we're going to give you a couple of weeks off here. Whether you want it or not, we're going to give you a couple of weeks off, because it's what he needs, man. It is what he needs. Dainty in the chat. Knicks tape. Knicks tape. Knicks tape is back. Knicks tape, man. Knicks tape. We here. Wonder what the slogan is going to be for this year. We here. We arrived. Come see us. Oh, man. It's going to be an exciting time, man. The Garden was simply rocking tonight. Everyone was, excited. Miami Heat are a tough out, and this game just, pretty much solidified the New York Knicks in the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. But we still got some games left to play, guys. So Friday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks have another game. And is that going to be a test before the real thing? We're not going to be 100%, though, because it's not looking like Julius Randle's going to play that game. So it's going to be interesting who the Knicks decide to sit and who the Knicks decide to play. Because if hypothetically we're still, quote unquote, not locked in the top 6, so, we can't, start resting guys yet. But it's going to come down to whether or not you want to go into the playoffs with high hopes and with chemistry and with, on a winning record, or you just want to go into the playoffs with fresh legs. Now, we all know Tom Thibodeau's a coach, so we all know going to the playoffs with fresh legs is probably not going to happen. But we don't know. We shall see. We just have to wait and hope that, the Julius Randle injury is not serious, because that's what I'm worried about right now. Knicks won the game, yeah, but just have to pray that it's just like a mild ankle sprain and Julius Randle can get back out there in a couple of weeks, maybe when the playoffs start, and, heal up. And hopefully this is a blessing in disguise, and hopefully Randle can get it going here. He looked off tonight, right? Before the injury, Randle did look off. First quarter, he looked off. I saw somebody tweeted that it was like, this was not me. Somebody tweeted that it was like the worst first quarter he's ever seen from Julius Randle. He did look off, though. Then he got hurt, and then, Quentin Grimes in his last 4 games, 22 points, 25 points, 14 points, 23 points. Simply awesome. Simply awesome, man. And, the gripe I had with Quentin Grimes before this stretch was that he was just hot or cold, inconsistent, up and down, right? And whether you can blame the Knicks, whether you can blame the coaching staff for not getting him involved, like Obi Toppin, whether, they don't run enough plays with him. He was your starting shooting guard in Quentin Grimes. There was times where Quentin Grimes would only shoot the ball 2, 3, 4 times a game. Like, I would come on here and look at a box score and be like, why is our starting shooting guard shooting the ball 4 times? Like, he's our starting shooting guard. Shoot the damn ball. Get him involved more. Run him some more plays. Like, the chemistry Randle had with Reggie Bullock, if you all remember, when Randle used to set screens for Bullock and Bullock used to run behind him and, shoot open threes. We've seen it sometimes this year, and we saw glimpses of it early in the season, but I thought the Knicks were honestly we were going to see that more this season, but we just haven't. Lately, we have from Grimes, and hopefully praying that he can keep this up, because we need Grimes in the playoffs, man. He's rebounding the ball, his quickness, his playmaking ability. Grimes is, an awesome, awesome player. He just is, man. Dame 2 is still in the chat. I thought you would go to bed, bro. Key to the Knicks winning in the playoffs. Randle passing out early in the double teams. Hit 85% free throws. Stop looking at refs for fouls. Heart to heart. Barrett and Grimes. X factor. The key to the Knicks, in my opinion, is all of that, what you just said, and free throws. And RJ Barrett. Because when RJ Barrett, like you said earlier, RJ Barrett, but when he gets into his little isolation zone and when he tries to size up somebody, he goes to a spin move about 70 to 75% of the time. And the Heat were all over that in the first quarter. Like, teams know it's coming. When RJ Barrett drives in the lane, 70% of the time he's spinning. And teams are getting right behind him, stripping the ball away. His handle hasn't been great here, but yeah. Dame still in the chat, man. Big Taz said Heat streams look like this. They sad, man. Miami Heat streams are sad, bro. Look, they're going to be a tough out in the play-in, but I'm just happy we put them in our rear view mirror. But, guys, this has been fun. As always, man, we'll be back on Friday versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Another big game versus the Cavs. We'll see if we can get an update about the Julius Randle injury tomorrow. Hopefully it is not that serious. Appreciate all of you in the chat for coming through. Hit that thumbs up button once again. I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation, and we will be back on Friday. As always, it is Let's Go Knicks, and playoffs are coming, guys. Get excited, man. Playoffs are coming. So have a good night. Rest up. Let's go Knicks. Peace out, guys.